My father was standing right in front of me, hands folded, begging. The exact same man who, just 48 hours ago, kicked me out of his car and left me stranded on a pitch-black highway in the middle of a brutal storm. His hands were shaking now, and that disgusting pride in his eyes, completely wiped out. People always say family is everything. Blood is thicker than water. What an absolute joke. My family was a den of snakes. Snakes I had been feeding with my own loyalty. But they missed one tiny detail. The boy they threw into the dirt like trash was coming back as the storm. The tables had turned, and I was running the game. Don't you ever show your face around here again. You've dragged our family through the mud. You are dead to us, Leo. If I ever see your shadow near my house, I'll make sure you regret the day you were born. Those were the last words he spat at me before slamming the door and speeding off into the night. My crime? Being the only honest person in a family built on corruption. 2 nights ago, at that high-end charity gala packed with the city's elite, my brother, Julian, stole a $40,000 emerald cuff right out of a donor's bag. The second security started asking questions, he slipped it straight into my coat pocket. My parents didn't even give me a chance to speak. I begged. I swore on my life I didn't do it, but their social status and money mattered more than the truth. They sacrificed me to protect themselves. So there I was, stranded on Highway 4, soaked in mud and shivering under the freezing rain. Headlights flashed past, but nobody slowed down. I was ready to give up. My tears were just mixing with the cold rain. Then, out of nowhere, 2 blinding high beams cut through the dark and stopped right in front of me. Who are you? Why are you stopping for someone like me? I'm the man giving you your life back, Leo. I know exactly what happened tonight, and I know you're not a thief. I need someone with real fire in their eyes to act as my partner in a massive corporate deal today. In return, I'll help you put those people back in their place. The choice is yours. Freeze out here, or get in and rewrite your story. I hesitated for a split second, but then Julian's mocking face flashed in my mind. I remember my mother turning her back on me. I reached out, took Mr. Wolfe's hand, and stepped inside. Put these on. Fix your collar. From this second on, you're a new man. For the next 7 hours, you aren't a street castaway. You are my equal. We have 3 of the biggest board meetings in the city today. Until I give you the signal, you don't say a word. Let your silence and your eyes do the talking. Understood? Why are you doing this? You don't even know me. Nobody does anything in this world for free. What's your angle? Because you look exactly like I used to, Leo. Years ago, I made the mistake of destroying myself for people who didn't care if I lived or died. Think of this as business. And in business, the enemy of my enemy is a very useful ally. Today, we share the same target. The limousine pulled up to a massive glass skyscraper. The entrance was crawling with reporters, camera flashes blinding the night. The door opened, and I stepped out. The tailored suit fit perfectly. The fear in my eyes, completely gone. I didn't know how a billionaire was supposed to walk, but I knew how to survive. And right now, that meant playing this game to the absolute end. Inside the luxury boardroom, the city's top CEOs were waiting. And sitting right at the center was Julian, holding a heavy portfolio, smirking, waiting to sign the contract that would make him the new king of the industry. Then, the heavy double doors swung open. Mr. Wolfe walked in, and right behind him, calm, composed, and powerful as me, Julian froze. The expensive pen slipped from his hand and clattered onto the glass table. The color drained from his face as he stood up, visibly trembling. Now, what are you doing here? You're supposed to be security. Where the hell is security? Get this thief out of here right now. How do you even get past the lobby? Watch your mouth, Mr. Julian. And watch your tone when you speak to my associate. This is no thief. This is my partner and our company's new chief strategist. Not a single contract in this room gets signed without his green light. Sir, you don't understand. This guy is a fraud. 2 nights ago, he stole a $40,000 emerald from a charity gala. We have proof. He's lying to you. I was standing on a deserted highway 2 nights ago, Julian, freezing in the mud while it poured. The exact spot where you and Mom and Dad left me to die. Did you really think a little rain would finish me? I'm back, and I brought backup. We've reviewed your proposal, Julian. The business model is decent, But our audit team found something very interesting. The references and certifications you submitted for this multi-million-dollar deal, completely forged. And the best part? Those fake documents bear your brother Leo's signature, which makes this a federal case of identity theft and corporate fraud. Sir, that's a lie. This is a setup. Leo is framing me to ruin my life. The game's over, Julian. No amount of lying is going to save you now. The doors of this corporation are permanently closed to your family. And our next meeting won't be in a boardroom. It'll be with the feds. Security, throw this man out. Julian was shaking with pure rage and terror as security dragged him out of the room. I watched him go, a cold smile hitting my face. But that was just the warm-up. True justice was still waiting. An hour later, we were sitting in my family's living room. The exact same luxury house I was kicked out of 2 days ago. My mother was sobbing on the couch, and my father, white with rage and panic, slammed a stack of legal documents onto the coffee table. Why did you bring an outsider into our family business? Leo, how can you be this cruel? Plotting against your own flesh and blood? Have you no shame? Watch your words, Mr. Merritt. Think very carefully before you speak. Who's the cruel one here? The son who spent his entire life paying your bills, fixing your messes, and sacrificing his own happiness for your ego? Or you, the parents who threw an innocent kid into a storm just to cover up the crimes of your golden child? Your reputation is a lie, and this family is a joke. Leo, honey, we made a mistake. Please forgive us. Julian lied to us about everything. We love you, you're our son. The time for forgiveness ended the second you locked that car door, Mom. When I was crying on that dark road, where was your love then? The papers in front of you are a formal confession. Sign them. Admit that Julian is the thief and that I am completely innocent. If you don't sign them in the next 10 minutes, this entire file goes to every news network and social circle you have. Your precious reputation will burn to the ground. Sign it. With shaking hands, my father picked up the pen and silently signed his name. His pride, his ego, his entire world crumbled to nothing. Thank you. I'll remember this favor. Oh, and one last thing. Don't ever look for me again. As of this second, I don't have a family. Mr. Wolfe and I walked out into the fresh air. The storm had finally passed, the clouds cleared, and the morning sun was breaking through. Mr. Wolfe stopped by the car and handed me a clean, white envelope. This is your official offer letter. Vice President of Strategy. Real capital, real authority, and best of all, it has your real name on it. No more hiding. So, ready to start the next chapter? I'm ready, Mr. Wolfe. The storm is over. In the end, real victory doesn't require anger. It doesn't require messy revenge. Revenge just makes you reckless. To truly win, you just need absolute clarity. The second you stop begging bad people for closure, the second you stop trying to explain your truth to people who profit off your silence, the air clears on its own. And that's exactly when you win.